Hi YouTube. That was where there was a bubble in my throat. So I'm going to talk about how my fast preparation is going. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt and I'm in the same spot, but it is not the same day. Reality in my life is I don't change my clothes every single day, and I don't take a shower every single day. I don't. If I don't have to go to work, I tend to just leave whatever I have on. I that's just how it is. That's how it is. And I'm looking greasy and my shirt's getting stretched out of shape because I've had it on for like 3 days now, maybe 4 days. I don't know. You can think what you want about that, but that's just part of my reality. Sometimes it's because I get depressed. Sometimes it's just because I forget to take care of myself. So I just wanted to touch base, though, about how my fast preparation is going right now. One thing that I've noticed, that I've remembered or realized about myself right now, is I'm not drinking enough to begin with. So it's like I'm eliminating certain foods from my diet. So far I've eliminated beef. This week I'm eliminating swine, pig meat in all of its various forms. But I realized I don't drink enough anymore. When I'm home, I don't drink enough. And that's going to be something I really have to take into account as I get closer and closer to my juice fast. Because that's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing a juice fast when I get to that point. I'm not going to do a water fast. I mean, I'll drink water, but I'm not going to be doing it just a straight water fast. I don't really, no, just not there. But yeah, I just realized, well, not just, but like with the last few days, I realized, I don't drink enough. I'm eliminating these things from my diet, but I need to drink more fluids. It's very easy to get dehydrated. So I need to drink more fluids. However, my desire for sugar and caffeine has gone way up. Now, I think my caffeine desire has gone way up because my sleeping schedule got all wonky because I worked like a few third shift hours. For 2 days in a row, I did some third shift hours, and it completely threw me off schedule. Just like, oh my gosh, completely. To the point that like my brain, I don't want to let myself, and even without that, time schedule mix up, my brain lately has not been wanting to shut off. But it's like my physical body is so tired that I can't physically do the things that my brain wants me to do. Like my body is so tired that I can't do what my brain wants to do. Like I can read, I can intake stuff, I can talk, but like when it comes to like physically doing things, I'm having a really hard time physically doing things. Now, I don't think that actually has much to do with the fast. I think that has to do with me and my own issues and just probably a lot of physical exhaustion. I'm sure some people are going, well, if you're this physically exhausted, why are you going to do a fast? Well, because my body needs to take a break and readjust and all of that. But yeah, so my caffeine desire has gone up, but I think that was just to help me stay awake. And I'm sure that's probably making my brain extra active. And I know I'm one of these people that if I drink too much caffeine, it ups my anxiety. Like it can cause me to have panic attacks and anxiety attacks if I drink too much caffeine. Yeah. I've learned that the hard way. It's scary. Also, my sugar intake has like upped as well. Like I just want to eat junk food. It's like my brain knows that I'm going to have to get rid of it. So it's just like eating as much as I can, and it's ridiculous. But I'm also becoming more parent of the food that I am preparing. Like instead, it's like, I know that I'm not going to be able to eat certain things for a while. So as I am making food, I'm putting a little more thought into it. I'm trying to make it like a little more tasty. Here's the thing. I don't like to cook. I can cook. It is a thing that you need to be able to do. I can cook from scratch. I feel fairly confident in my cooking, and the fact that, like, if I really wanted to, I could make probably most anything, even if it scared me, like using deep fryers and stuff scared me. But if I had to do it, I could. But I don't know if I necessarily enjoy cooking a whole bunch. But lately, when I have been cooking, I've been kind of like trying to appreciate it more, being like, like, for example, yesterday I made chicken legs and chicken wings, and I was like, you know, I want to fancy these up a little bit for me. So I like, because my husband does more of bland food family. His family made a lot of bland foods. My family, like, put just way too much seasoning on everything. But I wanted to just go, like, use some curry. Now, I didn't make curried chicken. I just seasoned my chicken with, like, curry and turmeric and cumin and some paprika, some salt, you know, things you'd put in curry for that kind of flavor. And the kids didn't complain. So that was for me, because right now I can have produce, like chicken, not produce, but of course I'd have produce. It's vegetables and fruits. Ugh, what am I thinking? I can have poultry and fish, and I don't think I'm going to give up honey. So I don't think I'm going to give up honey even when I get to the fast. I'm still wondering about milk. That one's a big one, because I know I want to give up coffee for my fast. Or, I don't know, maybe that would be good, though. I don't know, maybe coffee will be one of, like, the last things I give up. I don't know how I'm going to do that, because that's a liquid itself. But it just doesn't seem like a good thing that if you're doing a liquid fast, you're, like, drinking coffee. At least not for me. I feel like for me, it might not be a good thing. I have a feeling that I might go nuts with the coffee and, like, make myself sick just drinking so much coffee. Coffee fast. That just seems, it might be a thing. I haven't researched it. I haven't researched that aspect, but there might be a thing like that. Who knows? But I could see me, like, if I drink too much coffee, I get a stomachache. I haven't had the pork craving. We even had sausage. My husband made breakfast for dinner the one night, and I didn't have any of the sausage. It wasn't so bad. I actually put some on my altar instead. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's... Because part of me remembered that it was... I know it was late, but it was near, what is it? La Befana? Is that how you say it? It's like the Italian Christmas witch. And I can't remember if it's January 5th, January 6th, or January 7th. She's the Christmas witch that brings presents. It's an Italian tradition. I only learned about this. Learned. I don't know what the proper grammar for that is, but I only recently learned about her within, like, the last year and a half. Hi, chocolate face. Here comes my 2-year-old covered with Nutella all over his face. Was it good? Hi. Monkey. Hi. You pant like a dog. I love you. Oh, it's booby time. Okay. It's booby time. I'm trying to wean him, but I don't know. That's another issue I've been thinking about, like, with doing a juice fast, is I still nurse my son, and I'm like, how is that going to affect, like, is that going to affect the amount of milk I make? I mean, the fact that I'm still producing milk is kind of amazing. Yeah. Yeah. It's you. So yeah, that's something I've wanted to think about. But I haven't had any, like, I haven't missed eating bacon or pork chops or sausage or anything like that yet. I'm not missing the beef right now either. It's going pretty good. I'm going to try to go over some of the things I remember when I read about fasting from years back. Part of the appeal of fasting for me was also the big thing is it's a spiritual thing. You know, sometimes the lack of food or the change of diet can lead to different sorts of enlightenment. I believe that's true. I really think that is, because when you change something as important to our life as food, the sustenance we eat, that can change your perspective of life. So, I mean, you can see things in a different sort of way. The phone's all over the place because he's pushing my arm now with his feet, because that's a reality of nursing a toddler. Is you don't have like this nice little just happy baby that's just happy to sit and nurse. No, toddlers will kick you in the face and put their toes in your mouth and like push your arms away and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, see, foot in my face. That's a dirty foot. But it smells like Nutella. Why does your foot smell like Nutella? You don't need to get into me all the horrible things that are in Nutella. There's horrible things in everything. I am the type of person that while I find it important to eat organic and eat healthy and all of that, I also feel that in this society, the way we have made our world, we do need to be able to eat foods that aren't necessarily real foods, like things that are made from powders and weird homogenized and chemical-laden things. Not saying that they're necessarily good for you, but I feel like in some ways it is important to be that your body still needs to be able to consume those things to keep you alive. You know, because if something would happen in the grand scheme of life, and that's all you had access to because all of the natural foods ceased to exist and were eating weird lard stuff like in Idiocracy or Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people. Have you watched that movie? Yeah. But if we get to that point, you know, I feel like our bodies should be able to consume all manners of things if you have to. There's a survivalist aspect of me, and not just in the nature survivalist sort of side, but in the man-made created survivalist side. That's just where I am in my existence. I find it important. I had a thing on my screen. I don't even know if that showed up on my phone or not. But as I was saying, back to part of the information I remember when I was doing my initial reading up on fasting. As I had mentioned before, there's beliefs that there are certain times of the year that are better or worse for fasting. I want to say some of them that I remember reading about were like some of the beliefs is that you should fast a certain way during your period if you menstruate. Another one was that a good time to fast was near your birthday or near certain moon phases, during certain holidays. That's all that's coming to mind right now. Though I'm sure there's more than that. I'm just running on memory right now. So memory might be wrong. So that's just what it is. That's what you get when you get oral education. But when things are orally taught to you without having notes beside you. One thing about fasting that I remember reading about was it would talk about how all of your body parts get rest, but your stomach and your digestive tract and your intestines and maybe your bowels, yeah, they don't really get to rest. So they're always working, always working, always working. And when you do a fast, that helps give those organs in your body a rest and a chance to filter out things. And also give some of your other organs a chance to filter out things that have accumulated. So it is kind of like giving your body a chance to deep clean itself. And with that being said, I've read how that sometimes when you fast, you might get diarrhea. Sometimes when you fast, you might get constipation. It'll talk about like a film on your tongue. Now, some people would say that's just you being malnourished or you're dehydrated, but if you're doing a liquid fast, you wouldn't be dehydrated. You'd be getting enough fluids. I've read about how like your skin will break out and like the oil secretions, you'll get more oil. Is it oil secretions? Or, basically your skin is cleansing itself more. So it's while you're not intaking as much food, but you're cleansing the organs, but you're also cleansing all parts of your body. Yeah. And I think that's kind of neat. It's like a type of detoxifying. People do fasting of this sort when people go in for surgeries and different things, you do fasts. But also with certain types of food allergies and certain types of illnesses, if you can't eat certain types of food, they'll have someone, eliminate so much off of their diet, and then after they've eliminated everything, they'll slowly introduce one thing at a time and see how their body reacts to that. I don't know if I'll take notice to that or not when I get to that point, though. I have noticed that with not consuming beef for the last week, I'm already not feeling like my stomach isn't feeling as bad. My stomach's not feeling quite the way it was, and beef gives you really, really I'm going to talk about poop, people. Beef gives you some seriously fragrant bowel movements, because there's a high grease content. So just like the amount, the volume, the texture, the odor, it all is much harsher when you consume beef. It makes me think of, I used to work with children, and I've worked with infants and all kinds of stuff, but like when I worked in the infant room, you could always tell when when a parent started introducing baby food to a child's diet, or when a parent would start introducing table food or meat or anything different to the child's diet. Just like the bowel movements of an infant who is breastfed is going to be different than bowel movements of a child that is formula fed, and that, I'm not saying one's better than the other by any means. I'm just saying there's a difference, and the change of diet affects how your insides work. It affects what you eat, affects the bacterial growth in your intestines that help, what is it? Poop is what, 80? Is it 80% bacteria? I don't know if that's the right ratio. Ouch, Xander, please don't bite me. I don't know if that's the right ratio or not, but Xander, Edward, look at Mama. Hey. No, I know you're sleepy. You sleepy man. You need snuggles? Come here. You come snuggle. Come here. You want your back rubbed? Oh. He's playing like he doesn't want loves. You want your feet rubbed? But yeah, changing your diet affects your bowel movements. So, I've noticed that. Come on, I live in a house with 4 men. I hear nothing but poop jokes. Well, not 4 men, 4 boys and a man, and there's lots of poop and fart jokes. And I grew up with a mother who had irritable bowel syndrome, so I heard all about bowel movements. And then I worked in childcare, and let me tell you, that's a world of bowel movements. You know, when you work in an infant room, that's a big topic. You know, did they have their bowel movement today? Bowel movements are important. And now I work with elderly people, and the same thing. But yeah, so far it's going pretty good. Foot fight. Foot fight. Cutie patootie. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I wanted to say? Probably. But I covered some of the physical things that happen as you fast. Of course, I don't know if I'm gonna notice the excess skin. No. That hurt. Ouch. Look. Ow. Kiss it, make it better. Kiss it, make it better. Can Mommy have a hug? Can Mommy have a hug? Mommy have a hug? Hug. Thank you. Thank you. That hurt. My children are biters. All of them. Every single one of my kids are biters. They've all been it. And they're so close together that when your children are only going to act as old as the youngest one. Okay, that's not entirely true, but every time the youngest child of, when I had them, you know, the youngest child, when they would go through their biting phase, the other children, the older ones, would start thinking they could bite as well. So, yeah. Fasting. No beef. No pig. Doing good. Keep you guys updated. I just been rambling for the past, I don't know, probably 10 minutes. But yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for my subscribers. It still blows my mind that I have subscribers. That is just the strangest thing to me. But okay, thank you. You all have a wonderful day. Be awesome. Yay. Bye.